If you're anything like me when I was younger, the idea of fighting fascinates you, but also when it comes down to it, there's always something that gets in the way of you joining that boxing gym, of starting fighting, of joining Muay Thai, of doing MMA. You say you're going to do it and then you always put it off, because if you think about it, you're scared. You're scared of fighting for one reason or another. You want to overcome a fear so that you can start fighting, so that you can learn and have the benefits that martial arts brings you in your entire life as a man. Now, the reason why you are scared, boys, is because you have fear of the unknown. You've seen TV, movies, you've seen people getting brutally beaten online, and you have a fear that when you go into that boxing gym, when you go into that MMA gym, that is going to be like that straight away. And you also have the other fear, the biggest fear of them all. This is what stops guys that could have been fantastic fighters from ever getting in the ring, and that's the destruction of your own ego. Many men feel that they can handle themselves in a fight, even if they have no reason to think that way. So now I want you boys to let go of that ego, because it's false. So if it ever came down to it, you are called upon to protect a woman, to protect your family. You are not going to be able to protect your family the way that you need to. So let go of that before it harms you in the future. Let go of your ego, and we can turn you into a fighter. Step one, I think this is the thing that gets most young men into fighting. Find fighters that inspire you, not with maybe their knockout power, but with their courage. One fight in particular that I'll mention that really inspired me to do MMA for the first time, and that was the Conor McGregor-Chad Mendes fight, where Conor is down on the floor taking vicious elbows to the face. He doesn't give up, he's taking a hell of a beating, and he comes back to knock out Mendes just before the end of the second round, I believe. So I just thought, that is absolutely unbelievable, the courage that he's shown. And I felt inside of me that I wanted to show and prove to myself that I could do that as well. So at the start, you need inspiration. Find a fighter you love and keep watching their fights. That's going to give you that itch to want to start fighting. Step two is you need to choose a martial art. The quickest and most effective to get into is boxing, because the majority of fights hand-to-hand in the street are going to be boxing. If you can end a fight with a quick 1-2, if you can knock someone out quickly if they're a threat, it is the most effective form of martial arts. Muay Thai, in my opinion, is the most brutal. You're going into the elbows, the knees, the kicks. BJJ, in my opinion, is the most frustrating. And MMA is a combo of them all. And there's obviously ones in between them. These are the ones I've had experience with. See what would suit you. For most of you starting, I would just recommend boxing. It's the easiest to think about. Just two hands, very effective in street fights, and it's not too complicated to start with. Now, step three is you have to take action, and the easiest and quickest way to do this is to buy gear. It's to buy the stuff that you need, the gum shield, the gloves, the hand wraps. If you've chosen boxing, I would recommend just some Everlast gloves, nice and cheap, 16 ounce, hand wraps, and a gum shield. Boom, you're ready to go. Actually taking action, and that stuff's going to come in the post, and you're going to feel like an idiot if you don't use those gloves ever. So that's your challenge right now, boys. If you've chosen a martial art, I want you to, after this video's finished, go and buy that gear that you need. Go and buy those gloves, buy that gum shield, because you're now committed to taking the journey. And this is what it takes. So you just need to force yourself to do it. Step four, find a well-recommended gym in your area. Go to their website and book a class right now. Pause this, find the website, book a class. Go for a taster session. You don't have to pay for these in most gyms. And when you go in there, tell them that you're nervous. Just tell them that you've never fought before. You're really nervous about doing this. You don't want to spar. They will look after you. Trust me, the people in boxing gyms, the people in MMA gyms are some of the best people that I've ever met. As long as you're not a dick when you walk in there. If you go in there arrogant and with an ego, thinking you're the dog's bollocks, oh my God, you're going to get it handed to you. But if you are honest, when I first went in and I was scared, I just said, look, I'm actually really kind of nervous about this. I've never fought ever before. Would one of you mind just sort of showing me the ropes and looking out for me a little bit? And you just say that to a couple of the guys, and you go over there with that humility, and these guys will look out for you 100% every time. But if you go in there with an ego, that's where you get the problem. If you think you're Billy Big Bollocks, you go and get slapped. So be nice when you go in, all right? You find that gym, you book that class right now, and you're in there next week with your new gear, and you've just started becoming a fighter. Step 5, go to 10 sessions minimum. Start with 2 times a week, like a Tuesday and a Saturday. You need to do 10 sessions. You need to check it out. You need to learn it. You need to see that improvement. If you still hate it after those 10 sessions, well done. You've done 10 sessions, which a lot of people will never ever do, and then you can quit. But a lot of you won't. A lot of you will catch the bug. You'll see that improvement, and you'll start to see guys sparring in the gym. You'll be a little bit tired of bag work, and you'll be like, oh, I fancy I'd like a bit of sparring. My pad work's come on now. Yeah, my punches are looking good. I'm getting quicker and quicker. I reckon I'd like to do some sparring. And you start asking about when the sparring sessions are. In most gyms, the hour class that you do for boxing is like hitting the pads, hitting the bag, doing some drills, some shadow boxing, That's it. The sparring is on a different session. It's for the fighters there. Now, you don't have to do that if you don't want to. So if you're scared right now of actually getting punched in the face, of actually fighting somebody, don't worry. You can go to these 10 sessions and never have to punch anybody in the face or get punched in the face yourself. Step 6. After you've done those 10 sessions, you will see it's friendly. It's not this crazy animalistic place where people are beating the shit out of each other. And then you can start to spar. This is where the real fun and the actual learning starts. It's like when you're driving a car, you don't really learn too much until you pass the test. It's the same with boxing. It's the same with fighting. You don't really learn much until you actually start fighting. And you will start to learn that punches don't really hurt. These kicks don't really hurt. You're getting hardened to it. And you realise that what you were scared of before is all sort of made up. It's pain that you've imagined in your mind. It's not something that actually hurts you. When you get punched in the face, it's not that bad. It's like a dull thud. It's not even painful with these big gloves on. That is how you go from somebody sitting behind a computer screen that's never thrown a punch in their life to, in 5 or 6 weeks' time, if you follow every step that I've just given you, to stepping into the ring with somebody and actually fighting and being decent in a sparring session and coming home proud of yourself because you've thrown punches, you've taken punches from another man. You're actually learning how to fight. So that is your broken down step-by-step guide from how you can go from someone behind the computer watching MMA fights all the time, loving the sport, to somebody who actually participates, to somebody who actually knows how to throw a punch. And I think that is so, so important for a man. So boys, I hope that you want any other tips or tricks about fighting, sparring, getting into martial arts, join the Triple Your Testosterone course and message me in the WhatsApp group for that. Apart from that, boys, I will see you on the next one. Have a wonderful evening. Good night. Whoop-ow!